The Russian Federation is not capable of providing its own army with even military uniforms, not to mention a sufficient amount of equipment and weapons. Z propagandist Viktor Baranets openly stated this on a Russian TV channel. I often go on missions to units of the Russian armed forces, and I have never seen them all in the same uniform. Chaos. Total chaos. Well, we are seeing it now on the battlefield. This is all a result of the fact that we were not ready to dress an army that would be larger than the staff. Here we failed. Well, look now. Snow fell in Donetsk region. People keep saying, Dmitry Nikolaevich, why are soldiers running in dark sheepskin coats, in black jackets, in white snow? Why are there no camouflage coats? The propagandist said. He also confirmed that Russian soldiers are forced to buy their own uniforms and gear at their own expense, which costs a lot of money. This also applies to those mobilized, who are sent to the front by force. It should be noted that Russian soldiers sometimes abandon their posts in shocking numbers. Brutal commanders, forced suicide missions, and empty promises push them to flee. Many say they are sent into combat without adequate equipment and are often abandoned by their officers. There is no equipment, evacuation teams, or radios. We are just thrown into the woods like dogs, said earlier Russian soldiers. Experts have said the Ukrainians need to maintain flexibility and speed to exploit Russian vulnerabilities along the front line, and puncture lines of defense when the opportunity presents itself. With modern NATO standard weapon systems in their possession, morale is the necessary ingredient to summon the velocity Ukrainian troops need to change the dynamics on the ground, they say. This is going to give the Ukrainians a real boost, said James Nixey, head of Chatham House's Russia and Eurasia program. If we've been saying that the Ukrainians do have a lot to fight for, they have been lacking a little bit in morale of late. Russian forces downed 128 drones overnight on February 26 over several Russian regions and Russian-occupied Crimea, the country's defense ministry claimed. The Russian air forces shot down 83 drones over Krasnodar Krai and destroyed another 30 drones over Russian-occupied Crimea. 8 drones were downed over the Azov, while another 5 over the Black Sea. Russia also reportedly shot down 1 drone in Bryansk and another in Kursk oblasts. The Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation said that this was the biggest drone attack since the beginning of the year and reported the destruction of 128 drones. In addition to everything else, the port in the city of Tuapse was hit. Residents reported explosions in the cities of Tuapse and Anapa in Krasnodar Krai, while the airport in Sochi was closed due to a drone attack, the independent telegram channel Astra reported. The Tuapse trade port was also reportedly targeted, according to Astra. The governor of Krasnodar Krai, Veniamin Kondratyev, said there were no casualties in the region, but several houses were damaged. Ukraine routinely launches deep strikes against military and industrial facilities in Russia, primarily relying on domestically developed drones. Kyiv has particularly taken aim at Russia's fossil fuel infrastructure as part of its strategy to undermine funding for the Kremlin's war chest. The last such massive attack by Kyiv was on January 24, when Russian air defense systems shot down 121 Ukrainian drones. In 2024, Russia has shot down 7,345 Ukrainian drones over 35 regions outside the combat zone. According to the Russian military, the largest number of drones, 1,896, were shot down over the territory of Belgorod Oblast, followed by Bryansk Oblast, 1,206 and Kursk Oblast, 1,170. These strikes come as President Donald Trump raising questions about the future of U.S. support for Ukraine. Ukrainian officials viewed the attacks as a demonstration of their capability to target critical infrastructure deep within Russian territory.